This is a Heart and Hand production. Hello everyone, it's David here from Ibrox alongside Stuart as we get ready to take on West Ham United in our final pre-season game before we start the season next Friday night at Tannadice. And manager Derek McInnes has named the side to play against the Hammers and quite a few changes and also what looks like a change of shape. It does appear Rangers are lining up in a 4-3-3. And fair play to the team, they must have listened to my moan the other night and they've put it in what appears to be playing order rather than squad number. In goals again is Ivor Pandur. Back four, Dujon Sterling, Manny Fernandes, Ben Godfrey and Tour Romans, with Dujon Sterling the captain. Midfield, Cammy Devlin starts, rewarded for that good performance in the second half the other night, and he's in alongside Mo Diamandi and Tello Asgard. Up front for Rangers are Jaidi Gassama, Finlay Curtis and Ryan Nadiri. So on the bench for Rangers, Kelly, McCrory and Ciala, Hutton and Seo, Neil, Barron, Bajrami, Cameron, Chukwani, Antman, McCausland, Shanklin, Chermiti and Miovski. So Stuart, he's rung the changes, both in terms of personnel and system.
Yeah, a wee bit surprised. I know he said the other night after the game that he was going to probably try and get as many players in who'll be starting next Friday. So a wee bit surprised a few of them out, maybe a Shanklin, Chermiti, but look, he'll probably make changes this afternoon in the second half and stuff. Yeah. I think the shape, not really surprising for me after the other night. I think we've got a wee bit too exposed in midfield and he'll probably want to get them into how he sees us going forward, particularly at the start of the season because we've got a lot of games coming up, obviously with qualifiers and stuff. Nice to see Devlin get his start. I think he deserves it. Sterling getting the captaincy is a wee bit interesting. We just had the discussion there before recording about the captaincy getting, different players getting different shots of it, and no announcement been made on who the club captain is.
So far, I think this summer that's Neil, Godfrey, Shanks and Sterling and McCrory as well have all had a turn on
which is quite interesting. Obviously the captain left at the end of the season and look, we might not have signed who he wants to be the captain yet. You never know what his view on it is, but for me it's more just about getting the players. I'm happy that he's kind of going to go with a couple of more wingers in terms of Gassama and Curtis today, just to give us a wee bit more width than we had the other night. It was very, very congested in midfield the other night. So a wee bit of change of shape. Look, it's pre-season, this is what it's all about. It's about finding out, and hopefully we get a couple of players that really stand out today and give us a good performance and give the manager food for thought for Friday.
Yeah, particularly the attacking areas. Absolutely. It's been an area of a lot of discussion. It's a concern I think most of us have. The manager said the other night that we need more in the wide areas, and it was noticeable the other night, Stuart, that Gassama didn't feature at all over the course of it, so it maybe a bit of a challenge thrown down to him.
Yeah, well look, he had an okay season, didn't he? Inconsistent,
up and down,
inconsistency.
Some moments, but not
there was moments.
overall.
There was moments where you thought, right, let's kick on, and never really did. I think there'll still be a lot of changes between now and the end of the season, the end of the transfer window. Whether he's here or not, I don't know. But again, it's a chance for him to go out there. You would hope that after the other night he was disappointed not to go on the pitch at all and take this as an opportunity. Maybe it's just the manager trying to, motivate him. You never got on the other night, but here's your opportunity.
Look, if I was a player, and I'm not obviously, so this is just me as an amateur looking in, I'd be going, right, I'll show you.
Absolutely, same with Ryan Nadiri. Laurie Shanklin, Chermiti are the ones that are getting spoken about this summer, really. It's another chance for him to come in and really... I'm hoping to see a lot more strength in defence today as well. I think the other night they were exposed a few times and I hope this midfield
shouldn't happen as much today with the player in front of him.
Changes that a wee bit, but... and of course the goalkeeper was good. Also very disappointed that Dragovic never made it through the work permit. We'll get to see him next week, but it is what it
takes
is.
As long as it takes. There's nothing you can do about that. And you absolutely cannot play a player with that work permit. You will get into an awful lot of trouble for doing that, folks.
Absolutely.
But yeah, look, on paper, I don't mind this side for a friendly. I think that there are guys in there that there are challenges for. Again, you're right. It's interesting that he's named 4 of the same 5 the other night, just bringing in Dujon, who he spoke about actually on Wednesday and said was featured today. Clearly that's going to be the starting defence. I mean, we don't really have many other players.
No, that's for me, that's the concern really now, is the defence. If somebody was to go down today, it would be a problem. We definitely need 1 or 2 in.
We need a full-back, we need a left-back,
we need a left-back and
we
a
need
centre-back.
a centre-back,
Yeah,
at least one.
Absolutely, undoubtedly. And then obviously that's before we get to the wide position. So still a lot of business to do. Of course, we've still got a number of weeks left, but it's not all going to be done by Friday. So he's got to try and get out.
You were saying that you're kind of done with midfield signings actually on that. I mean, great, but Dragovic, it should be now, as you said, or you've been saying, wingers and defenders.
A lot's been made of in the build-up to the last couple of weeks of Jens Todal being another player that we're looking to bring in, attack midfielder, obviously. For me, it's pretty clear that we need to get some bodies out. It's pretty clear we need to make some sales, as most clubs do, sort of bring new players in. But I just think we've got so many midfielders right now. If you even look at the bench today, you've got Bayrami, Leo Cameron, that are all there. Connor Barron, Dan Neil, Chukwueze, that's 5 midfielders right away, and that's before you even bring Dragovic or Nicholas Raskin into the squad. Yeah. So for me, I'm looking at the 2 wide areas and also the defence, which I would rather put, if we've got money there, I'd rather put it into those areas. Another midfielder right now for me isn't the top priority, unless we went and sold 2 or 3.
Yeah, that changes dynamic. Absolutely. No,
right
that
now, looking at that squad,
dynamic.
And I'll hope to maybe ask the manager about that after the game, about where his maybe priority positions are, because we are an injury or 2 away in defence from
we're light.
Being a bit of a problem.
We're just, no matter what you even think of ability of people, we're not even discussing that. We're just talking bodies.
Yeah, and of course, because you can look at Sterling and McCrory, who can both play centre back, absolutely. But I would rather not start doing that nonsense. At this stage of the season, I'd rather have players in their positions. Correct. And going for it there.
Correct. No, I totally agree with that. Folks, looking forward to this, see how it goes. Big crowd coming here today, bumper crowd. I'd expect it to be in the mid to high 40s. West Ham brought a sizable travelling support as well. So we're looking forward to it, and we'll be back after the match. Until then, enjoy the game. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye. That was a Heart and Hand production.